Hello, this tutorial will give you information on how to access the U of L library databases, especially those used for social work research. I'll also demonstrate one of the popular databases for psychology and brain sciences topics, PsycINFO, which is regularly used for social work topics. Since social work is multidisciplinary, there are many other databases that may be useful depending on your particular topic. To get to the social work guide, go to the main library page at library.louisville.edu and click on Subject Guides in the Quick Tools section. Here, you'll see a list of guides for a variety of subject areas. If you click on the Any Topic guide, you'll be taken to a list of general databases where you can do research on any topic. These include databases you're probably familiar with, like ProQuest and EBSCO. These can be helpful for topics that span various disciplines or those that don't fit easily into one category. Generally, I would suggest starting with a social work guide since these databases are more specific to the discipline and should work well for your class research assignments. If you click on the social work guide, you'll see a list of recommended databases as well as a box labeled guides. Click on the social work guide to find even more specialized resources for your research. There are several databases that can be helpful for your research. Social Services Abstracts and Social Work Abstracts Plus both cover social work and human services topics and include major social work and related journals. For health-related topics, PubMed and Ovid, which includes Medline, are also available. For systematic reviews and meta-analysis databases, you can search the Campbell Collaboration Online Library or the Cochrane Library. For this demonstration, we'll take a closer look at PsycINFO. PsycINFO is great for finding all kinds of evidence-based research in mental health and behavioral sciences. It covers full-text articles, book chapters, books, dissertations, and abstracts of peer-reviewed literature in behavioral science and mental health, covering the 1800s to present. Generally, you want to start with your research question. This question can help keep you on track and give you beginning keywords for your research. Let's say our research question is, what are proven assessment approaches for children experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder? Remember, you might also consider synonyms for your key terms to use in the search. Most databases also have a thesaurus to help you find the major terms used for your topic. We'll search using the keywords children and PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder. Notice that I placed the Boolean term or in between PTSD and post-traumatic stress disorder, since we want articles that reference either or. Also, I placed quotes around post-traumatic stress disorder because we want all of those words to appear together as a phrase in our results. Click Search. You'll see that we have over 6,000 results, so we need to narrow these by adding an additional keyword. Since we really want to focus on assessment of the problem, let's add the term assessment to the search. You could also add the Boolean term or to that line and a synonym like evaluation to ensure that you're including terms that different authors might use. We now have just over 1,500 results. If we want, we can refine these results further under Refine Results on the left-hand side of the page. You can narrow by source type if you want only academic journals, and publication date if you want more recent results. You can also narrow by type of research method, the methodology, in PsycINFO, which is very helpful if you need a certain type of article, like a qualitative study or a systematic review. You can limit to see articles that use particular tests and measures for a topic or issue by clicking on Tests and Measures. This is one way of seeing what types of tests and measures are common. Once you've finished refining your results, you can click an article title to read the abstract. If an article seems useful for your research, click on PDF full text to download or print the article. If an article is not available as a PDF in the database, you can click on Find it at U of L to see if we have access to it by other means. If we do have the article elsewhere, you'll just click on any View Full Text link to view the full article. If an article is not available in another library database, it can be requested through the Interlibrary Loan Service. If you ever have problems or questions finding information in the library, please contact your social work subject specialist, Letitia Reynolds, for an appointment, or contact the Research Assistance and Instruction Department. We're happy to assist you. Thanks!